Hey, hi. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just making note of some important things that I wanted to make a list of that I will share with you at some point in this video. But before that, the word for this week is taken from the Gospel of John, chapter 21, verse 25. Yes, it's the last chapter and the very last verse of this Gospel of John. And there are also many other things that Jesus did, which, if they were written one by one, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain the books that would be written. Amen. Such a powerful and bold statement from a man who was close to Jesus, who lived with Jesus those three and a half years. And when I read this verse, the first thought that came to my mind was, how long will it take for me to write down all that Jesus has done in my life? How many pages or how many books will I need to do that? And I in fact started doing that, and that's the list that I was preparing here. While I was doing that, God put this thought in my heart that I want to share with all of you today. So, from the day that we are born to this very point, we know that God has been working in our lives. He has been active. He has been protecting us. He has been preserving us. And it is by His love and by His grace and mercy that we are alive today. Think about all the little things in your life, be it something as simple as seeing or being able to talk, being able to hear and smell and breathe. Everything that we have in our life is definitely a gift from God. It is by the grace of God. Well, where am I getting at? What I want to say is, while I was writing down this list of things that God has done for me, trying to catch the little things too, I was reminded of the list of things that I usually take to God, take to His presence, the list of things that I want from God. Let's say, for example, this is a list of all the good that God has done for me. Then this is the list of all that I want from God. Think about it. How often is our list that we want from God, our supplication, shorter than the things that God has done for us? It's usually longer, right? How often do we thank God, and how often do we ask Him, God, give me this, God, give me that? I'm not saying this to make you feel bad, but I'm also sometimes guilty of this, that we often and most of the times we just ask God, God, do this, God, do that, and we forget about all that He's done for us from day one of our lives. And we also forget that the God who did these things in the past, there are a lot of things that He did even without us asking Him. It could be as something as simple even as when we were little kids, little babies maybe, we could have been saved from a dangerous fall or an accident, and we wouldn't even know that, but God still did it for us, right? And we can't record all of that in this list that we are writing now. But I want you to know that the God that you serve today, the God that you and I serve today, when He is able to do things that we did not even ask, when He is able to preserve us, when He is able to give us more than what we need sometimes, or most of the time, how much more is He able to do all this that we have in this list here? Well, sometimes we are so focused on all that is missing in our lives, we forget that we have to be grateful for the things that we already have in our lives. And most of the people out there don't even have 50% of what we may be blessed with today. And that is the thought that I want to leave in your minds today. And also, God has placed each one of us in different places. And if we have enjoyed and if we have, tasted the goodness of God in our lives, it is not just our duty, it should come naturally for us to share it with those around us, especially if there's someone who does not know Jesus. It is important for us to go and talk about His goodness to them. So before finishing, I just want to share a little testimony or a little story in simple words to say as to what God did in my life. 2 weeks back, I was driving to a conference, and I happened to take a different route, and the road seemed unfamiliar to me. While I was taking a turn, I realized that I had to wait at that intersection point, and when I was in the middle of the turn, I realized there was a big truck coming on my right. Well, had I been a few seconds late, the truck would have hit me real bad, and I don't know if I would be here today speaking in this video. So that is one of the many things that God has done in my life, and I want to encourage you with that today, saying that if God has done something in your life, go out there and share it with people. Don't keep it to yourself. There's a beautiful psalm that says, Psalm 92 verse 1, it says, "It is good to give thanks to God." And giving thanks to God is not just in His presence, it's also by sharing His goodness with those around you. So if you are feeling low, if you're feeling like, man, I'm not confident enough to go and share, I really want to give you that push today. I really want to encourage you today and say that go out there and at least tell one person about what Jesus has done in your life. And hey, you can even do that in this at the bottom of this video. You can leave a comment and share maybe your testimony or what God has done. Because if John, who was with Jesus for 3 years, and he's saying that the entire world is not enough to write all that Jesus did, think about all the billions that are living in this world today. Man, we would need many more solar systems, we would need many more galaxies to write down all that He has done in our life. And that is how good Jesus is and how good He will be to us. And I just want to leave you with that for this week. Take some time, sit down, write down all the goodness, all that Jesus has done in your life, and just thank God. Just thank Him from the bottom of your heart and share it with someone. So I believe that this will be a blessing to you, and I'm more than confident that God has spoken to you through this video. And please feel free to share your testimony or to share this with someone you know. God bless you, and you have a wonderful, Christ-centered, joyous week. Bye-bye.